This is mine and Shelly's Goodness of God video. I'm Andy Bailey. This is my wife, Shelly Bailey. And this story starts in early May. I was having some reflux issues, so I went and saw my regular family physician. And he put me on some medication, and I was on it for about 2 weeks, and things were getting better. And then all of a sudden, they kind of went back the other direction. So I went back to see my physician on a Monday, and he said that the next thing we needed to do was a scope to take a look at things. But in order to do that, he had to rule out anything that might be going on with my heart. Well, we did an EKG in the office that day, and they did blood work. And we thought there wouldn't be any issues and he'd be getting back with me to do a scope. Well, that Wednesday morning, I get a call early from his nurse, and she says, "You have to go see the heart doctor today." And she said that they had looked at heart enzymes and they show stress on the heart, and normally they want them at 100 or less, and mine were over 700. So they sent us to the heart doctor. I called Shelly and said, "We have to go see the heart doctor this afternoon."
I thought he was kidding.
We go and see Dr. Fino at Heart South, and he says that anything he can do is going to lead to doing a heart cath, going in and taking a look. And he said we might as well just go ahead and skip to that. And if there's anything that needs to be done while I'm in there, I'll try to take care of it. So we thought, okay. And I worked on Thursday, came home Thursday afternoon and did 3.5 hours worth of yard work, push mowed, weed eated, did everything I needed to do, thinking that I might be incapacitated for a week or so if I had to do the stent or something. And so Friday afternoon, we go in to have the heart cath done. I go in and have the heart cath and come out, and I'm out of it. And at that point, Shelly can tell what happened.
So Dr. Fino came and spoke to me and asked me if I wanted the good news or the bad news, to which I told him in a very panicked voice, "Just give me the news." And he told me that my husband was alive and that he was going to have open heart surgery on Monday, and that we were not going to be able to leave the hospital, and told me that Andy was a miracle, that he was even walking and talking already, and that he had 3 arteries that they could see right now that were blocked. He had 2 that were 100% blocked, and the Widowmaker artery was 99% blocked. So I was very, very shell-shocked, was not expecting that at all, and went back to see Andy, and I was a little bit of a mess, trying to talk to our children and our family and let them know. And then we met with the surgeon, and he told us that they wanted to do surgery on Monday. And that was probably the longest, worst weekend I think we'd ever had, because we both stayed in the hospital. They admitted Andy on Friday, and we had Friday night, all day Saturday night, all day Sunday, to think and worry about this on Monday. And they took him early Monday morning, and he had a very long, extensive surgery, because Andy had a car accident when he was younger, maybe early 20s, and he had broken his sternum in that accident. And because of that, they suspected that his lungs might be adhered to some scar tissue, which they were. And so that made his surgery much longer than we had anticipated. So he was intubated for quite a long time. And while they were in there, they discovered that he had 4 arteries that were 100% blocked. And
but the miracle of God, and just the goodness of God, there were 3 things that really just were miracles. One, whenever they told Shelly that I couldn't leave the hospital, she was like, "Well, he did 3.5 hours worth of yard work yesterday afternoon." They said, "Well, it's a miracle he's not in your front yard dead." The second was that anytime there is 100% blockage with arteries, there's damage to the heart. But they said, "Your husband's heart looks fabulous." And the third miracle was the fact that there were veins that were getting some blood to the parts of the heart that the arteries weren't supplying to keep my heart from being damaged. It was still stressing my heart, but it wasn't damaged from my heart. And then really the fourth miracle comes in the recovery.
Good morning. Look at this happy walker. How you doing there, little happy walker?
Made it to the telephone pole.
Look at you. You're doing amazing.
And the prayers, you know, I've served a lot of people, and that's my heart. But whenever your wife comes to you and tells you that she's just been overwhelmed by the amount of people that have reached out and are praying for you.
All right, Andy. How many laps have we done?
Done 8. We're on lap 9. Plus what we did downstairs before we came up here to the track. 10 laps is a mile, and we're gonna do 10 laps all at one time.
How you feeling?
I'm alive.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Hey, you're awesome. Proud of you. So amazing.
I know that my recovery has been phenomenal, and it's because of the people that were praying for me. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm just so far ahead of where I should be, the things I've been able to do, and most people would not even know that I've had the surgery done, and we're not even 3 months out yet. And so that's our story of the goodness of God.
So we're super proud, excited about how well he's doing. He's out walking me. I have to tell him to slow down. I didn't realize I was going to be getting in shape too, but he's awesome, and we're excited about how he feels and how he's coming.